Hi, I'm Lisa, and welcome to the Simply Healthy Kitchen. Today we're going to be making a Thai peanut sauce that will just blow your mind. It's tasty, full of flavor. You'll want to be dipping everything in it. Let's get started. All right, to get started with our Thai peanut dipping sauce, we're gonna need some peanut butter. And I really like to use chunky peanut butter or peanut butter that has some peanuts in it. You can use creamy peanut butter if you prefer. And we're gonna mix this all in a big bowl and then later transfer it into a smaller bowl. So we've got about a half a cup of peanut butter. And then we're gonna add to that about 2 tablespoons of seasoned rice vinegar. Now, seasoned rice vinegar has a little bit of sugar and a little bit of salt added to the regular rice vinegar. And we're gonna just kind of get the peanut butter nice and mixed in with that liquid so it'll become a little bit more liquid, a little bit creamier. So let me take a minute and get that mixed up. Okay, now we're gonna add about 1.5 tablespoons of tamari or soy sauce or nama shoyu. Any of those will work. Again, it's going to help to thin out your peanut butter a little bit, so we're going to mix that into our peanut butter. A little bit of lime we're going to add now. The juice of half a lime, and then if in the end when we taste it we need more, we will add some more at that point, but at this moment we're going to add the juice of half a lime. And I like to just squeeze the lime juice through my fingers, catching any seeds that might come out from the lime. And that way I don't have to dirty another utensil. My fingers are great utensils. All right, we've got that juiced up and in there. And next, we're going to add a clove of garlic. We're going to smash our clove of garlic up and chop it into small little pieces and add it into our sauce here. Easiest way to deal with garlic is to turn it over on your bench or your cutting board and take your knife, put some pressure down on it, and the peel comes off much easier this way. All right, so we've got our garlic all nice and peeled. We're gonna slice it and then cut it into really fine little dice, minced garlic, basically. You can buy garlic already minced up in a little jar in the supermarket. I don't think it tastes as good, but you're welcome to use that. You could even use garlic powder if you don't have a fresh garlic and you want to make this. I'm going to show you a little trick that I've seen other people do. They normally mix it with salt when they do this, but I found I can use the same trick and the same technique without the salt. And that is taking it and taking your knife and smashing down and kind of running across. It kind of smashes your garlic up. It helps you just get that garlic minced up into those tiny pieces, because it's not really great to bite into a nice big piece of garlic. It's better to have the garlic infused through whatever you're making than to get a big chunk of spicy garlic. Unless, of course, you just really love a big chunk of spicy garlic, then go for it. All right, so we've got our clove of garlic in there. Again, we're gonna mix this up, get that incorporated. Okay, so we've got the garlic in there. Now we're going to grate some ginger. Oh, probably equivalent of about 1 teaspoon. Again, start conservatively, taste it, and if you don't like it, you want more ginger, add more ginger. I tell you what, I bought this just this year. I wish I would have purchased it like 20 years ago. I used to use a big grater to grate the ginger. This cost me $8 and it is one of the best tools and the best purchases I've made. Another tip for grating ginger is this piece of ginger is frozen, so it makes it a lot easier to peel and a lot easier to grate up. It's a great tip. All right, so we've got our ginger. Let's mix that in. And we do need a little more liquid. So here's where you have a choice to use either some coconut milk, which will really give it that Thai flavor, or you can use water. I'm going to use a tablespoon of coconut milk, and we're just going to start there. And actually, I can tell I'm going to use 2. We're going to start with 2, and we'll see what happens. We'll see if it's thin enough for me. If I like the texture and the consistency. At that point, we'll stop. If not, I'll add more. Remember, you can always add more. It's hard to take it out once you've added it. I think that's looking pretty good. Okay. Now, what I want to do is add a little bit of honey, a little bit of sweetness. So I'm going to add about, a tablespoon of honey. And oh, I might as well use the tablespoon. Even though it has coconut milk in it, that's okay. All right. We have a good, nice, fat tablespoon of honey, and this honey is Montana honey. Montana honey crystallizes really fast, and that's why it looks white, because it's crystallized. It's not runny. You can heat it up and it'll get runny again. It wasn't that way when I purchased it. It was all nice and runny, but it's crystallized now. Montana honey is one of my favorite honeys to use. Well, we're having a little spoon issue here. But with that honey being crystallized, it adds another little complexity to the texture and the smoothness of this. So we want to make sure it gets really mixed up in here and it doesn't add too much thickness to our dip. Oh, that's looking about perfect. Okay, next thing we're going to add, and this is kind of your choice, we can add some red pepper flakes or we can add some sriracha sauce. What do you think? I'm feeling sriracha today, so I think I'm going to go ahead and add sriracha. And I'm going to add a teaspoon of sriracha and a half. I also like the color that the sriracha gives to this sauce. It kind of gives it a little blush of red, which is really pretty. See how that's kind of changing? All right, next we're going to add some green onion. We're going to start with 1 and see how we like that. And I like the whites and the green. If you've seen any of my other videos, you probably already know that about me. I think they each have a little bit different flavor, a little bit different texture, and I like them both. So I don't want to give either of them up. All right, green onion. Mix that in. And now we're going to taste it. Let's see how we did. See what we think. See if we need any more of anything, actually. I have some carrot sticks here and I have some celery. You can really dip anything in this that's savory. You have some sweet spring rolls. You have a rice bowl with roasted veggies, which I'll show you next time. This is a great sauce to top any of those things. It needs more sriracha. It's not hot enough for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and add. I can definitely taste the ginger, and it's delicious. So I'm adding probably another teaspoon of sriracha. I might even go back and add more. Let me see how this ends up. The coconut milk gives just a bit more creaminess and a little sweetness, as well as the honey. And oh, this is really delicious. If you have this on your party table, along with an assortment of vegetables, people are going to love dipping into this. I do. It's perfect. Try it. So we have our Thai peanut sauce all mixed up. We tasted it. Seasoning is perfect. We need to add one last thing, and that is a little cilantro. Oh yeah. Just sprinkle it in. We'll save a little bit for the top. We're gonna pour it into our serving bowl. This bowl was actually handmade and hand carried from Bogota, Colombia, South America. Some women make these bowls there and they are just amazing. You can actually feel the impression of their hand and their fingerprints in the bowl. It's pretty special to me. All right, let's add a little bit of cilantro on top. And there we have our Thai peanut sauce ready for a party. So if you got value out of the time we spent together today making this delicious Thai peanut sauce, hit the subscribe button, or better yet, that notification bell, and you'll be notified every time I make something new here in the Simply Healthy Kitchen, like something to go with this Thai peanut sauce, like a lettuce wrap, or a spring roll, or even a roasted veggie bowl. See you next time, right here in the Simply Healthy Kitchen.